Hey there, and welcome to this First Alert Weather Plus forecast coming off of our First Alert Weather weekend that brought in mountain snow, valley rain, cold temperatures, and brisk wind. And as we talk about what's on the way behind that weekend system, sunshine will make a return for the first part of the work week. But with that cooler air mass in play, we're also looking at the coldest temperatures of the season so far. Monday's high temp will be the coldest we've been in the Boise area as far as high temperatures go since all the way last March. So it's been a minute since we've seen highs only in the 40s. The good news is, as we look all the way to the end of the work week and our final day of October, looks like Halloween this year will be a cool one, but at this point looks like we will stay dry, so no need to incorporate an umbrella into the costume. But hopefully you had that umbrella over the weekend. We added a lot more rain to what has already been a soggy October. As of Sunday evening, we're nearly at 1.7 inches of total rain for the month of October in Boise so far. That is over double what we see in a typical October. And remember, we passed that number 0.8 of an inch in the first 3 days of the month. Now, as we look ahead at the next several days and talk about first, though, this places us in top 5 of wettest Octobers so far. So not record setting, but still notable. Now, the next 3 days, you see clear skies. That means we will stay dry Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Temperatures will slowly inch up after our very brisk start with highs in the 40s, mid 50s by the middle of the week. So while we won't add any precipitation by Tuesday morning, we are talking about frigid temperatures, the first widespread freeze of the season across the Treasure Valley. So frost and freeze outlook for the Boise area, likely staying above freezing on Monday. We'll dip down below freezing on Tuesday, and then we just stay very cold each and every morning into the weekend when we finally see those morning lows back into the 40s. But to make you feel maybe a little bit warmer, this is a frost and freeze outlook for the Magic Valley Twin Falls in the 20s from Tuesday morning through Thursday morning as far as those morning lows go. And then we'll start to see afternoon highs and morning lows climbing slowly as the week progresses. So weather setup. Here goes that storm system from over the weekend that brought in a pair of cold fronts, bringing in those brisk temperatures. We do have high pressure off to the west that will amplify in, but generally we just stay cool. This isn't a big, strong ridge of high pressure. Our flow, the mid-levels of the atmosphere, will stay mostly zonal, which means it's coming in from west to east. So we won't see a big surge in warmth, unfortunately. So that system by about Tuesday is well off to the east. High pressure will start to move in, but as you look up to the north, we'll have what we call shortwave systems just kind of riding up and over that ridge. It'll flatten it out off and on during the week. Some clouds will come in Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday because of those systems rolling by across northern Canada. Best chance for any precipitation looks to be late Friday night into Saturday. I don't think it'll be enough to bring in any showers for Halloween and for our southern areas like the Magic and Treasure Valleys on Saturday. Rain chances are very slim, not non-existent, but slim, though temperatures by Saturday will get into above average territory. But the work week will be cool. If you haven't yet unearthed the winter coat, it's likely time to do it. So there's that high of 48 we talked about in Boise. Twin Falls kicking off the work week, barely making it out of the 30s. McCall will stay in the 30s. Lewiston up north at 53 degrees on Monday. Idaho Falls to the east, very cold as well, 45 degrees. Now, we get through Monday. Temperatures will start a slow climb. We'll be back into the 50s across the Snake River Plain on Tuesday. Off to the west, things get comfy, mid-60s for Bend and Medford, Oregon. We won't be that warm this week, but by Wednesday, we're into the mid-50s, mountains back into the mid-40s, and we'll see mid-50s across the Magic Valley as well. Still pretty cool up in western Montana, though. By Wednesday, Missoula still sitting at just 48 degrees. And hey, if you want to take advantage of some of our sunny but crisp afternoons, not a bad week to do some leaf peeping. However, bear in mind, over the next several days, most areas across our mountains and our valleys will be past peak as far as that fall foliage goes. So prime conditions will likely be across the Treasure Valley and the I-84 corridor out towards Mountain Home and Glens Ferry. Otherwise, over the next 7 days, most of those fall colors will start fading a bit, and the leaves will, of course, start falling or keep falling off of the trees. So not a bad week for leaf peeping, not a bad week for the pumpkin patch either if you have yet to go. But in the mountains, be ready for those very brisk temperatures. Highs only around 40 early on, climbing into the upper 40s by the middle of the work week. In the Magic Valley, we'll see those temps only in the low 40s on Monday, reaching for 50 on Tuesday. Of note, though, those mornings, that is a nose-numbing start each and every day. Slowly, we'll start seeing things warm a bit. We'll hit the low 60s on Saturday. So Halloween in the Magic Valley looking at 56 96 degrees, and a partly cloudy sky as we fall back this coming weekend. By the way, those temperatures will be a little bit warmer, but not a long day on Sunday to enjoy those above average temps as our sunset in the Boise area by next Sunday. 5:34 in the evening. So enjoy your 1 hour of extra daylight through Saturday. 7-day outlook for the Boise area. We have a breezy and cool Monday. Temps, as we talked about, hit the 50s Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. There's our Halloween outlook. 56 degrees, a partly cloudy sky. Slight chance of a shower sneaks back into the picture on Saturday, though I think for the most part we will have a dry weekend. The sunshine returns on Sunday. Temperatures dip into the upper 50s. And yes, when you go to sleep on Saturday, don't forget we set those clocks back 1 hour as daylight saving time comes to an end. We'll remind you all week, don't worry. Thanks so much for tuning into this First Alert Weather Plus forecast. We'll see you next time.